A new program is helping future firefighters get more hands-on experience.
As our Marlo Lundak reports, it's also giving local fire departments some extra help.
With every class, you learn a lot, book knowledge, but out here, you're really putting it to use.
Around a dozen Metro Community College students, including Michael Malachek, are part of a new fire science internship that partners with Bennington Fire and Rescue.
We are the only school and fire district that have an internship program similar to this. They actually work here alongside an active fire department and the crew that's on duty for 24 hours a day.
Many students don't have the opportunity to volunteer with a department, but Strawn says the new internship offers that real-world experience for future firefighters.
They get here in the morning, they eat here, they sleep here, they make their emergency calls, they work out. So this is an opportunity for them to just be in the fold, if you will, of an active firefighter and an active fire station.
It's been great to take those skills from the chapters that you read, or you may only have 1 or 2 chapters on certain subjects. So it's been great to have that on-the-job experience and say, oh, I remember reading about that, or I remember having a skills day about that.
And the program isn't just valuable for students. It's also extremely helpful for the growing department, which has a combination of volunteer and full-time firefighters.
We get the benefit of having extra hands. So on calls where we need just even one more person to help carry equipment or supplies, or on fires, we need ladders thrown to windows, we need hoses connected to fire hydrants, we need stuff like that. I could send a crew of my career firefighters inside along with my volunteers, but still have a Metro intern do a lot of that outside work where I'm not tying up a senior firefighter to do.
Chief Mallory says the partnership was a no-brainer, and it's something many current staff wish they had when they first started.
Most of us went through college and we took we have our degree in fire science or something like that, but we didn't get the experience. And this gives them the opportunity to come and see what it's really about, and just to see if it's something they really want to do.
On your site in Bennington, Marlo Lundak, 6 News.
The internship program kicked off this past November and runs for 3 months. And if they want, students can participate more than once.